Hello, World J Bob, the video game slob, coming back at ya from the centipede's mouth here in the basement lair. I am stoked to join you today because I finally got something back that I have not had in forever, and that's an Xbox One. I had a Halo Xbox One for the longest time, and when my daughter was about 18 months old and my wife was watching her, she let her shove puzzle pieces into my Xbox One. So I lost the use to play discs. And since I shortly thereafter had two kids, had no use for Xbox Live. And so it took me forever to finally find an Xbox One. And so I'll cover that story tonight, along with a little review and pickup. So we'll start with something light. Hopefully you guys were able to take advantage of... Oh boy, that tape's terrible. I should have taken that off. eBay's recent $3 off any purchase, $3.01 or more. So I spent $3.30 to get a pack of Final Fantasy trading cards. Opus 4, English, of course. I just wanted to have one of these as part of like the collection, the museum, whatever you want to call it. They were $3.31, and so for 31 cents I could finally add a booster pack of Final Fantasy trading cards to the collection, so I did it. And since we're at it, a little J-Bob review, because the first thing I did is take my Xbox One and play a bunch of Atari 2600 games on it. And so I've had this for a long time. I got it for a really good price. I don't really remember what that was, but they were dirt cheap. And it turns out these games are terrible. The controls on these are terrible. I don't know what the deal was, so maybe Volume 2 gets better, but that one sucks. So anyway, I picked up a bunch of super cool processors today. Oh, there we go. So these all have cooling fans, but actually I don't even know what this one is. That just really tells you that it's from Costa Rica. This might be a Pentium 1. I don't know. Why doesn't it tell you what it is? Anyway, I should have done a little more preparedness. But if I was prepared, it wouldn't be a slot video. So somebody was wanting to move, and they were just wanting to get rid of a bunch of old computer parts, a bunch of old Pentiums, a bunch of old processors. I have 386s. I have 486s. Is this one going to tell me what it is? Yeah, I don't know. It's an Intel chip, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. I really don't... Oh, well, there's a just cool blue anodized heatsink. Let's see. Are any of these going to be cool and be labeled? Well, anyway, so supposedly I've got more of this stuff coming, but this was today's... Well, that's just a heatsink. And that's just a heatsink. Okay, well, I got the one Pentium in there. Let's see... Yeah, I guess I should have taken the heatsink off of these. I think, from what I was told, these are 386 and 486 chips, which is just cool. It's great to have these old processors. It's great to have the old fans. Oh, here we go. Oh, there it is. It is a Celeron. We were saying maybe there'd be a Celeron in this lot. So, yeah, there it is. It's just cool to have those old chips, and this old design. I just, this is the, when I was a kid... These were the chips that we were putting together and making computers out of and having a good time with. So hopefully just looking at that single blade makes you happy, like it makes me happy. And there we go. There's the Pentium 2. Pentium 2 with MMX technology. Yeah, this was the stuff, man. Those old computer commercials and that kind of stuff. So super cool to have one of these. He also had a little... vacuum tube, and so hopefully I'll have some more of this tomorrow. I love old computers. I don't get into building old computers anymore. I just don't have the time with the kids. But when there's stuff like this, I always just feel like every old man did with every old car that your parents' friends had in their garage. It's like, oh, I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna get the RAM, the motherboard, the processors. The towers, whatever it is. You just keep putting it away, and you say you're going to get to it someday. And maybe you will, or maybe you won't. But it's cool stuff, and I don't want to let it go into a a landfill. And so I don't even know, oh man, I should not have done this, because I don't even know how I'm gonna get this next thing on camera. I really don't. This thing is huge, so pardon the mess, but you know, you didn't come here because you didn't want a mess. It's J-Bob the Video Game Slob. You're getting a hot mess. That's just what you sign up for. It's what makes the videos interesting. It's what makes yourself feel better than me. And that's okay. Oh, look at that. That's gross. That rubber band has seen better days. Okay, so I guarantee you didn't see one of these today, because I have never seen this in my life. Tandy CD-ROM drive 3100. This thing is heavy. I don't know. I have no concept. I'm going to say 15 pounds, maybe? I mean, this thing weighs a lot. And here's my Doug DeMuro on this. So this is my weird quirks and features of what I assume is a 1X drive. So check this out. This is how it opens. Yeah, you just push it and then it pops right open like that. So I've been told this works. It was supposedly an active CD player into the 2010s. I have some feelers out right now to see if this thing is going to blow up on me or is worth some money before, you know, should I go back and do the caps on it before I plug it in. But it's got the headphone jack and this volume knob, and you push that volume knob in, and that's how you advance track. There is no backwards, folks. It's just advanced track. So what's really cool is it runs on standard power, so I have plenty of those. It's dusty, but that's not too bad. I don't know what the serial interface, you know, to make the CD-ROM port work, if I have anything for that. I, of course, have no drivers or anything for this, but you don't need any of that to listen to audio CDs, because it has the composite out right there, the left and right stereo. So just very cool. I'm so glad to have this. Oh my gosh. If nothing else, because it saves me from a gym membership. Where am I even going to put this thing? I don't even know. It doesn't matter. It's mine. I have it. It's cool. And I had to do some research, and that's fine. That gives me something to do at work in the downtime. I've often let people know that ephemera is worth holding on to and worth not throwing out. So I'm glad they thought of me and didn't throw this out. And thank you to whoever this person was way back in the day in 1994. You know, the old PC magazine. Oh, there you go. There's a 486 in there. Just some of the cool stuff that you see back in these. Oh, yeah, great looking old laptops and things like that. I don't think the laptops I got ended up being on camera. I think that was before I even started a YouTube channel. So I have some really cool old functional laptops and things from this 90s era. And so, yeah, I'm not really big. I don't get too big into the PC culture or anything like that. But one you know, magazine or whatever shows up from time to time, I'm not going to turn that down. But well, let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to this. Let's try it out. Oh, here we are. So, as you saw, I have an Xbox One. I previously had the Halo Edition Xbox One, and it was awesome. It made the cool sounds. I loved it. All that stuff. And so I've been looking to replace it for a long time. In the local video game store, he gets Xbox Ones in, but they sell. And you know, people, when you see them, they're either sketchy selling them online, or I just don't even know how to say it. But I really never felt comfortable with an Xbox One deal. Wow, that looks way worse on camera. You can barely even notice that in person. But this person was from a great town, great Facebook profile, didn't have 420 or anything like that in their profile. But mainly, I wanted the Elite Original. Now, this doesn't have the controller, and he stated that, and that's fine, because I have the controller from the previous one, and I like to use hardwired controllers anyway. And the terabyte hard drive is nice, because I didn't have a terabyte hard drive on mine. But mainly the Elite model, I don't think people know about this. So if you're not going with the Slimline, if you're not going with the 1X, this is the one to have, because this uses solid state memory, and so or storage. And so it supposedly runs faster, and I don't know so far because I haven't taxed it with my 2600 games. But I'm very happy to have this version because this is the version I always wanted. I just didn't want to pay extra, and I'm sure that controller's great. But now new ones are selling for $110, on eBay. So, and then take discount codes and all that off that. So, very stoked to have two rare versions of this that you don't see the Xbox Elite version every day. And so I'm happy to have it, even if it doesn't have the controller. I can always add one later. There's so many of them, so many people love them. I'm starting to notice the market's flooded with them. I see them for sale at least about once a day. And so the prestige is wearing off, and that's fine. That's good for me. So, came with all the internals. This was kept super, super, super nice. So glad I got it. So glad I'm back to Xbox One. So, you saw the gamer tag. Add me, YouTube, if you want to add me. But there it is, $125, Xbox One Elite. I think that's a great deal. But let me know in the comments. Maybe you don't think so. Maybe you think the Xbox One's fallen off. But they're going all digital, so I'm glad to have a non-digital console. I can finally play all these Xbox One games I've been picking up. YouTube, I'm over 11 minutes. I gotta get out of here. Peace.